Hello students, welcome to chemistry class. Today I will start new chapter, that is chemical kinetics. Chemical kinetics. It is also related to physical chemistry. Chemical kinetics is the branch of physical chemistry. So in today's class I will explain about the most important term. Frequently it will come in this chapter, chemical kinetics. That term is rate of reaction. So there are three important aspects of any chemical reaction. Three important aspects of any chemical reaction. One is feasibility or spontaneity of a reaction. Feasibility means possible. That possible reaction is feasible, means that reaction occurs, that reaction takes place spontaneously. So feasibility, so whether the reaction, given chemical reaction occurs or not, that is decided by thermodynamics chapter, chemical thermodynamics. In 11th class 11th already studied in chemical thermodynamics. There is a delta G, change in Gibbs energy. If delta G is negative, the reaction is feasible. The process is spontaneous. If delta G is negative, the reaction is feasible or the reaction is spontaneous. If delta G is positive, that process is non-spontaneous. Second one, extent of the reaction. So 40%, 50%, how much extent, that was discussed in chemical equilibrium. Now in present chapter, speed of the reaction. Speed of the reaction we will discuss under chemical kinetics. Speed of the reaction, general outside we are using the term speed. In physics it is velocity, generally we will use. In chemistry, instead of speed and velocity, here we are using the term rate. Rate of the reaction. Rate of the reaction is studied in chemical kinetics. So here important point is chemical kinetics deals with rate of the reaction. There is no information about that process will take place or not in this chapter. Similarly, thermodynamics deals with feasibility of a process. It cannot tell whether the reaction is slow or fast. So for rate, one branch, that is chemical kinetics. For feasibility, thermodynamics. For extent of the reaction, chemical equilibrium. These three are different chapters related with physical chemistry. Okay, now we will see chemical kinetics. It is our present chapter, chemical kinetics. Chemical kinetics is the branch of chemistry that deals with the study of the reaction rate. This is important. Study of the reaction rate. This term will come, rate will come nearly 1000 times in this kinetics chapter. So chemical kinetics is the branch of chemistry that deals with study of the reaction rate. Chemical kinetics also involves the investigation of reaction. Investigation, that means the mechanism. It involves condition of concentration. What concentration you have to maintain? Temperature, pressure, catalyst. So these factors, these conditions control the rate of different reactions. That means chemical kinetics is a branch of physical chemistry which deals with rate of reaction, and there are some factors that influence rate of reaction. What are that factors? Concentration, temperature, pressure and catalyst. So in this chapter, so we will discuss about rate and factors affecting rate of reaction. So what is chemical kinetics? As a definition, what is chemical kinetics? Is a question. This is question. Chemical kinetics is the part of the chemical science dealing with study of the rate of chemical reactions and the factors which affect the rate of reactions. So it is applicable for chemical reactions and biochemical reactions. It is applicable for both chemical reactions and biochemical reactions also. So study of chemical kinetics. This study is at two levels. We will study two levels. One is macroscopic level, macro, so large quantities, macroscopic level, and microscopic level. Macroscopic level study of chemical kinetics means, so amount of reactant means how much reactant is consumed, how much product is formed, and the rate of consumption, rate of formation. So this comes under macroscopic level. So chemical kinetics, this study is of two types. Macroscopic means how much amount formed, how much amount consumed, this is amount. Whereas microscopic level means study of reaction mechanism, molecular level, molecules. Here amount 10 grams formed, 15 grams formed, 2 moles formed, 3 moles formed, 100 grams formed, 100 grams reacted, appeared, disappeared, like this, 100 grams, 15 grams, 250 grams, here amount. Whereas microscopic, micro level, very small particles, that is molecule. Study of reaction mechanism, this mechanism. So how that rearrangements will take place, mechanism, molecular orientations, molecular energies. So these molecules, involvement of these molecules comes under microscopic level. So this is of two levels, macroscopic level, microscopic level. One more, what is the importance of study of chemical kinetics? Why you are studying chemical kinetics? How this chemical kinetics is useful in our daily life and in that chemical branch, chemistry branch in different fields. So you will see, knowing how fast a reaction occurs, fast occurs. So being able to control the reaction is very important in the real world. Nowadays you see in blast of ammonium nitrate, explosive, ammonium nitrate, explosive substance. That blast of ammonium nitrate takes place in a very rapid, very fast reaction. So how to control that one? So knowing how fast a reaction occurs or being able to control the reactions, very important in the real world. If one can predict a reaction rate, chance or one can do something to control the rate. Speeding up a process at a large scale can save company millions of dollars. That means there are some reactions with a slow rate. So that reaction will complete in days. So to speed up the process, how to speed up that process, this chemical kinetics is useful. How long after you take that aspirin, you know, it is a medicine, drug, tablet which is used to relieve headache. So how long after you take that aspirin does your headache go away? How long? So how long will the medicine stay in your system? How many days does it take for your milk to spoil in the refrigerator? How long does it take for cement to harden? How long? That means here time. How much time? That means how much time is taking? Time. So if it taken very less time, that process is fast. That process is taking more time, that means slow. So chemical kinetics plays an important part in industrial chemistry because chemical kinetics plays an important role in industrial chemistry because the time taken for a reaction to take place and the energy required are great economic importance. Here time and energy, so both are important. The kinetic aspect of chemistry is often it adds with the thermodynamic side when considering the best conditions for industrial production. So in this way, so this chemical kinetics is very useful for in daily life, for in industrial, for in the field of medicine, for to prevent some accidents like this. Okay. Next, chemical reactions. Chemical reactions are of three types. Types of chemical reactions. Chemical reactions are of three types based on rate of reaction. So type 1 is very fast reactions. Very fast reactions. These are also called instantaneous reactions. Very fast reactions are instantaneous reactions. Second type, moderate reactions. Third type, slow reactions. Generally, first type, very fast reactions will complete in fraction of second. That means 1/100 second, like this. So they will complete less than 1 second. So very fast reactions will complete in fraction of seconds. Slow reactions, not slow reactions. In some books they will give very slow reactions also. Very slow reactions, these reactions will complete in days. Some reactions will complete in week. Some reactions will complete in month, days, week, month. Some reactions will take place in years also, So slow reactions. Third type, one more type is there. These reactions will complete in between. It will complete from minutes to hours. So very fast reactions will complete in fraction of second. So it is difficult to study this reaction because you cannot study the reaction which is completed in less than 1 second time. Similarly, you cannot study the reaction which takes place in months or year or weeks. So sitting at some particular place for this much of period and study of these reactions is also not possible. So only you can study the rate of these reactions only, moderate reactions. What are moderate reactions? The reactions with measurable rates. The reaction with measurable rates. That means you can measure the rate of this reaction. You cannot measure the rate of very fast reactions. Very fast. Similarly, you cannot measure the very slow reactions. You can measure the rate of moderate reactions. That means in this chapter I will explain so many reactions. All these reactions are moderate reactions because one reaction you are using in chemical kinetics chapter means you are able to measure the rate of that reaction, means that reaction is a moderate reaction. Now you can see here some examples. Explosive reaction. Explosive reaction. This explosive reaction is a combustion reaction. It is a very fast reaction. Vigorous reaction, it is also very fast. Very rapid. Precipitation reactions. All precipitation reactions, all combustion reactions are first category. Second, rapid or moderate reaction. This one also displacement reaction. Slow reaction, this fermentation process, fermentation of glucose, digestion of food, you can study fermentation of glucose, and esterification, one reaction will come, esterification. These reactions are slow, means in our terms moderate. Third, very slow. Rusting of iron is a very slow reaction. You cannot measure the rate of this reaction in this chapter. So it is the rusting of iron equation, fermentation of glucose. So here 6 examples there. In this 6, this is the example for moderate reaction. Okay. Now you will see A gives rise to B. It is a chemical reaction. A gives rise to B. A is reactant, B is product. A is reactant, B is product. Let initially reactant number is more because you started reaction A 100, B is 0. Concentration of B is 0. Product initially means now time is 0. At T is equal to 0. At T is equal to 0. Concentration of A is maximum. Let that is 100. Concentration of B product is 0. After 30 minutes, after some time, after half an hour, after 30 minutes you see A number maybe came to 80 or 70 or 60, whatever that one. Let I will say here 80. B number 20. So B is increasing because this reaction is taking place from reactant to product. So initially there are no product. After some time some products formed. Initially reactants are maximum. After some time reactants number less because some reactants are converted into products. Okay. So it is after 30 minutes. Now you will take after 1 hour. After 1 hour you can see here 70, here some 30 like this. So what you observed from this data, rough data given here, as the time proceeds, A, that means reactants initially 100, after half an hour 80, after further half an hour 70. As time proceeds, B initially 0, next 20, next 30. That means what about products? What about product? Concentration of product increases. What about reactant? Concentration of reactant decreases. In this case reactant decrease, in product case increase. Decrease or increase, both you can write as change. There is a change in the concentration. Change in the concentration. So now you will see rate. What is rate? Change in the concentration of A over time period delta T. So delta A, what is delta A? Delta A means delta. Delta is representing change. What is this meaning of square bracket? In last year it came in equilibrium chapter. Square bracket means concentration, molar concentration. What is this delta A? Change in concentration of A over time period delta T. What is this delta B? Change in concentration of B over time period delta T. So rate is equal to, I will try to define this one, decrease in the concentration of reactant or increase in the concentration of product with time is called rate of reaction. Rate of reaction. What is rate of reaction? Decrease in the concentration of reactant or increase in the concentration of product with time is called rate of reaction. That's why this negative. What is this negative symbol? This negative symbol indicates decrease. With respect to reactants, concentration is decreased. So that is shown with a negative symbol. Delta A is negative. Now you can see here time is 0. Time is 0. T is equal to 0. Here time 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, here 60 minutes, that means 1 hour. So as time proceeds, you can see here time increasing. So in first case initially all are reactant molecules, that means A. All these are A, only A, molecules of A. As the time proceeds, some of reactants are converted into products, Some of reactants are converted into products. You can find in this some red molecules are there, that is B. Here number of B molecules, here further increased, here more. So that means after 1 hour number of molecules of B increased. So that means as time proceeds, concentration of A decreases. You can see in this graph, decrease. A molecules decreases like this. Concentration of A decreases, downward arrow, decreases. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30, 40, 50, 60. As time increases, that means you can see here red molecules, B, concentration of B increase, concentration of B increase. You can see in the graph, concentration of A decrease, concentration of B increase. So that increase or decrease with respect to time, that is called rate of reaction. You see here rate is equal to minus dA by dt. What is this minus? Negative sign indicates decrease. Change in the concentration of A by change in time. Rate is equal to dB by dt. Rate you can express with respect to one of the reactant or one of the product. So earlier I explained, for that only this is in an experimental way, in a graphical way, concentration of A decreases, concentration of B increases. So it is about rate. Now we will try to define rate of reaction. What is meant by rate of reaction? An increase in concentration of one of the product with unit time, per unit time. So increase in the concentration of one of the product per unit time is called rate of reaction. If you take reactant, then decrease will come. A decrease in the concentration of one of the reactant per unit time is called rate of reaction. Rate of reaction means either increase in the concentration of product or decrease in the concentration of reactant with time. So reaction rate is the change, that means either increase or decrease, that means change only, change in the concentration of reactant or product with time. So what is the unit of rate? Unit of rate. What is the rate formula? Already written, rate is equal to dA by dt, dA by dt. That means change in concentration of A by change in concentration of time. So that means concentration units by time units. What is the concentration units? Mole liter inverse by time units second. So what is the unit of rate? Mole liter inverse second inverse. This is important. Units of rate of reaction, it is for competitive exams also, this is important. Units of rate of reaction. So how to define rate? The decrease in the concentration of reactant or increase in the concentration of product with time is called rate of reaction. Its units are mole liter inverse second inverse. Here one step is there, I written rate is inversely proportional to time. Means rate is inversely proportional to time is initially time is how much? Initially time 0, initially less, time less, means rate more. As time proceeds, rate decreases. As time increases, rate decreases. As time increases, velocity of reaction, that means rate of reaction decreases. This point you have to remember. Initially rate is maximum, after some time rate will decrease. For example, you take A gives rise to B, already discussed this one. What is rate? Rate is equal to minus dA by dt with respect to reactant. With respect to product, rate is equal to dB by dt. What is this negative sign? This negative sign indicates decrease. A decreases with time, that's why dA is negative. So it is about rate definition, rate formula, rate units. What is the definition of rate? Decrease in the concentration of reactant or increase in the concentration of product with time. Its units are mole, liter inverse, second inverse. Rate is inversely proportional to time. That means as time increases, rate decreases. What is the, for A gives rise to B, rate is equal to minus dA by dt, that is equal to dB by dt. Now we will see graphical representation of rate of reaction. So consider a hypothetical reaction. So assuming that reactants gives rise to product. Earlier I take an example, A gives rise to B, like that only. R gives rise to P. What is R? Reactant. P is product. 1 mole of reactant R produces 1 mole of the product P. If R1 and P1 are the concentrations of R and P respectively at time T1. You can see here it is the reactant at a time T1, it is the time. As time proceeds, concentration of reactant decreases. What is the initial concentration at a time 0? Concentration of reactant is R0. Concentration of R at 0. So at a time T1, what is the concentration of reactant? R1. At time T2, concentration of reactant is at T1 R1. It is T1, time T1, reactant concentration is R1. At a time T2, concentration of reactant is R2. So rate is equal to, average rate is equal to change in concentration by change in time. What is the change in concentration? Change in concentration R2 minus R1 by time, change in time T2 minus T1. So this is called average rate. So delta T, that means change in time is T2 minus T1. Change in concentration of reactant is R2 minus R1. So product I will explain in the next slide. So the square brackets in the above expression are used to express molar concentration. So rate of disappearance of R means disappearance means decrease. Rate of decrease of reactant R is equal to decrease in the concentration of R by time taken. That is a decrease, that's why negative sign, delta R by delta T. It is a graphical representation of rate of reaction with respect to reactant. Next we will see with respect to product. As time proceeds, product concentration increases. As time proceeds, product concentration increases. At time 1 T1, product concentration is P1. At time T2, product concentration is P2. So change in the concentration of product P2 minus P1 by change in time T2 minus T1. Therefore average rate is equal to delta P by dt. So this is called average rate. If I want to know the rate of reaction at any instant of time, this point is important. If you want to know rate of reaction at any instant of time, suppose this instant, this point, here you have to draw one tangent. Slope of this tangent, slope, that means dP by dt is equal to rate of the reaction. Slope of the tangent is equal to rate of the reaction. This is positive slope. For this curve, positive slope. In earlier case, you see here, this is a reactant. As concentration of reactant decreases, this is the tangent. At this tangent, slope is equal to, slope of the tangent, it is negative slope, curve downwards, negative slope. So instantaneous rate is equal to minus dr by dt. So that is negative slope. With respect to reactant, negative slope. With respect to product, positive slope. What is this slope? Slope gives the instantaneous rate of the reaction. This is that means final concentration minus initial concentration by difference in time. This type formula gives average rate. Rate of reactions are of two types, average rate and instantaneous rate. Here you can see average rate depends on the change in concentration of reactant or product and the time taken for the change. So what is the units of rate of reaction? Already seen. Units are mole, later inverse, second inverse. Units of rate of reaction are mole, later inverse, second inverse. I am highlighting this point, mole, later inverse, second inverse. It is the units of rate of reaction. Units of rate of reaction. Mole, later inverse, second inverse. If gas is there, if reactant is gas, instead of concentration, we will use pressure, that means atmosphere. So, if gases are involved in the reaction, so rate of reaction units are atmosphere, second inverse. For liquids, mole, later inverse, second inverse. This is about rate of reaction, units of rate of reaction. So instantaneous rate, already explained instantaneous rate. You will see average rate cannot be used to predict the rate of reaction at a particular instant, as it would be constant for the time interval for which it is calculated. If you want to know the instantaneous rate at any point, there you have to draw one tangent like this. You can see here tangent. This is tangent. Slope of the tangent is equal to, that means this one. Rate of reaction is equal to, this is negative slope. For this curve downwards it is there, negative slope. So instantaneous rate is equal to minus dr by dt. It is instantaneous rate. You know average rate is equal to change in the concentration of reactant by change in time. So change in concentration of reactant by change in time, that is average rate. If you want to know the instantaneous rate, there you have to draw one tangent. Slope of the tangent gives instantaneous rate. So what are the types? Various types of reaction rates. The average rate, one type is average rate and another type is instantaneous rate. So these two terms are important for board exam also. So some clarity is needed here. What is average rate? The average rate is the rate over a period of time. The rate of reaction at a given time is called instantaneous rate of reaction. The instantaneous rate at the beginning of the reaction is called initial rate of reaction. Initial rate. So at the beginning of the reaction, at time t is equal to 0, then that rate is called initial rate. Instantaneous rate is determined from graph. Instantaneous rate determined from graph of concentration versus time by drawing a line tangent to the curve at a particular time. So this slide is very important. Various types of reaction rates. So what is meant by average rate? What is meant by instantaneous rate? What is meant by initial rate? So these three definitions are important. Now you can see in a graph, in single graph, you can see all these three. Here one reaction taken, decomposition of H2O2, hydrogen peroxide. It is the decomposition of hydrogen peroxide. I will ask one question. This decomposition of hydrogen peroxide, is it very fast reaction or very slow or moderate? In three categories, on which category this reaction will come? Anybody? Which reaction? Yes, moderate reaction. You are discussing about rate means that is a moderate reaction. Moderate reaction means reaction with measurable rates. So this is a decomposition of hydrogen peroxide is a reaction. For this reaction, average rate is a purple line. This purple line, you can see purple line, this average rate. So it is the initial concentration, final concentration. Difference by change in concentration by time, it is average rate. So the instantaneous rate at 300 seconds from the red line. So instantaneous rate you have to calculate at 300 seconds. So this is at 300 seconds from red line. So what is this red line? This red line is a tangent. So slope of the tangent, that means y-axis by x-axis. So this gives instantaneous rate. Initial rate, what is the initial rate? That is blue line. Initial rate is blue line. This red line is instantaneous rate and this purple line is average rate. So decomposition of H2O2 is a moderate reaction. So one more example I will take. Mercury Hg reacts with Cl2, gives HgCl2, mercuric chloride. For this reaction, rate of reaction, I want to know rate of reaction. This is very important. So it is the first type of question, numerical and in-text questions also there. So for this reaction, I want to express rate with respect to any reactant. You can take any reactant. So here Hg is one reactant, chlorine is one reactant. HgCl2 is product. Rate of reaction is equal to, if you take Hg, change in the concentration of Hg, that is delta Hg by change in time. You have to write negative sign because it is a reactant. If you express rate with respect to another reactant, that is chlorine, therefore rate is equal to minus, because Cl2 is also reactant, minus change in the concentration of Cl2, delta Cl2 by delta T. If you express rate with respect to HgCl2, rate is equal to, here plus, no minus, because it is a product. Change in the concentration of HgCl2 by change in time. If you express rate with respect to Hg, with respect to Cl2 or with respect to HgCl2, all give same value. Rate of disappearance of any of the reactant is same as the rate of appearance of the product. Okay, you will take second example. This is one more reaction. 2Hi gives rise to H2 plus I2. Your reactant is Hi. Products are S2 and I2. If I want to express rate with respect to Hi, rate is equal to, here coefficient is there, coefficient 2 is there. So then it will automatically it will come 1 by 2. So rate is equal to minus 1 by 2 delta Hi by delta T. Here no coefficient, here also no coefficient. These are products, so plus. If it is reactant, minus. For example, I will give here one more example. If it is 2A plus 3B gives rise to some X, product is some X. So what is rate? Rate is equal to minus, because it is the reactant, minus 2A there, you have to write 1 by 2. 2A there means 1 by 2. dA by dt, minus 1 by 2 dA by dt, change in concentration by change in time, is equal to, one more reactant is B. Here 3 moles is there, 1 by 3. because it is reactant minus 1 by 3 dB by dt. So in this way you have to mention rate of reaction with any one reactant or product. So you will take third one more reaction, that is 5Br minus, it is a reactant. So 5 is there, that's why 1 by 5. Reactant, that's why minus 1 by 5 delta Br minus by delta T. Second reactant is BrO3 minus, no coefficients, but it is reactant, that's why minus delta BrO3 minus by delta T. 6H plus is there, 6 mole, 6 is there, so 1 by 6. It is reactant, that's why minus 1 by 6. Product side 3 is there, but it is product, 3 is there, 1 by 3. Product plus 3H2O, so 1 by 3. Change in the concentration of H2O by change in time. So if you understood this equation, you can write rate equation for any reaction. So this is, if you understood this one, then it is easy. So next one, example, one more example. 2N2O5 gives rise to 4NO2 plus O2. It is example 4.2 from our textbook. Calculate average rate of the reaction in terms of hours, minutes and seconds. So here the decomposition of N2O5 in CCl4 at 318 Kelvin has been studied by monitoring the concentration of N2O5 in the solution. Initial concentration is given 2.33 mole later inverse. After 184 minutes, its reactant is 2.08. So according to the equation given, initial given concentration after 184 minutes given. So what is average rate? In hours, minutes and seconds. What is average rate? Formula, what is average rate? Yes, average rate is equal to minus, if you are expressing with N2O5, so minus 1 by 2, because here 2 moles is there, so that's why you have to write 1 by 2, because it is a reactant. Minus 1 by 2 delta N2O5 by delta T, that means change in the concentration of N2O5 by change in time. Therefore minus 1 by 2, this is minus 1 by 2. What is the final concentration? 2.08. What is the initial concentration? 2.33. Change in concentration time is 184 minutes. So you simplify this one, 6.79 into 10 power minus 4 mole later inverse minute inverse. So rate in minutes came. Again you have to calculate average rate in hours, average rate in seconds. So in hours, if you want hours, 60 minutes per 1 hour. So you will calculate in hours. If you want in seconds, this is the way. So it is average rate in minutes, average rate in hours, average rate in seconds. So one more question asked, what is the rate of production of NO2 during in this period? So this means NO2 rate is equal to, with respect to NO2, rate is equal to 4 moles there, 1 by 4, NO2 by delta T. Production means appearance, this one only, we want this one only. Already you know rate is equal to value, you know rate value 6.79 into 10 power minus 4. So substitute the rate value 6.79 into 10 power minus 4. Therefore 6.79 into 10 power minus 4 is equal to 1 by 4 into this value. I want this delta NO2 by delta T only. So you can shift this 4 this side. So 4 times of rate. So rate into 4. So 4 into 6.79. So you will get 2.70 into 10 power minus 3 mole, later inverse, minute inverse. It is the example. This is the answer 2.7 into 10 power minus 3 mole, later inverse, minute inverse. So this is about rate. So in today's class, what I explained, chemical kinetics, importance of chemical kinetics chapter. Next, some terms, rate with respect to reactant and product, types of rates, average rate, instantaneous rate, initial rate. So how to calculate average rate if the chemical reaction is given. So this type of numericals are important. So okay, thank you. In next class I will explain about rate equation and order of the reaction. Okay, thank you.